Yo, what's good, people? This is Charles. I am Brandon Madison of NexxLegacy Radio, and I have with me my guy, my R&B guy, my soul singer guy, my homeboy. I got a chance to discover this man's music and became a fan instantly. And we're here to talk music, life, relationships, entertainment, all things. You know what I'm saying? And I want to welcome my man Cavince on the NexxLegacy as we get it in. You know what I mean? So what's up, bruh? What's up?
What's good, man? I'm just feeling blessed right now, man. Feeling blessed.
Man, I appreciate you for the tap in, bruh. And I appreciate you you know what I'm saying, kicking in, doing your journey and stuff like that. So man, I would love for the people to get to know you. So, you know what I'm saying? I definitely want that origin story because I always feel like I need to do that with, you know what I'm saying, rising artists and people who really like is developing a base of fans, you know what I'm saying? You know, people that know
Yeah,
you and also people from around the world who's getting to know you for the first time. So, how did you get started doing music?
man. Honestly, I just feel like I was born with that passion. I started singing like just riding in the car with my mama. Started in church. Singing in the choir, things like that. So it's a blessing from God that I had this talent. So
Did you have a particular song that was like or that triggered you to like be like, "Oh, I could start developing my voice." Not just singing in the
yeah.
shower, but if it was just like one song that you was like, "Oh, this is it."
Uh, You know what? It might. You know what? It had to be Boy Smith End of the Road. If we gonna start like that, it gotta be Boy Smith. All that I make love to you and on bend the knee and those songs right there really like ignited it for me. Really
Wait,
did.
wait,
Really
wait. So end of the road is like a whole deep, heavy, like that could mean a whole lot of things to a whole lot of people. So you took the most emotional
did. Yeah.
song and was like, I could do that. I could tell people what it is. End of the road, like you mentioned. I may so you started like what age was you, bruh, at this point in time when you started like, all right,
Ooh. When I started taking it serious, I had to say probably like 12 and 13.
okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
All right,
yeah.
all
So
right.
yeah.
So even at that age,
Yeah.
you had that like, you know what I'm saying? I could, yeah, let me get it in, do a slick little boys and men, end of the road. I'll make
Yeah.
love to you type of thing. Okay, all right,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So
At a young age, I was a little
yeah,
player.
yeah, that's what I was. Hey, that's what I was getting, bro. I
Yeah.
was getting that. But also, what's heavy though is like, did you then start discovering your voice? Because I always find it interesting that people could like music, then when
Yeah.
they start dabbling into it, that oh, I do got a good voice. You know what I mean? When did you discover that?
I discovered it. You know what? To be honest, my family helped me to discover it because I started singing, but they saw the potential in me. Like, man, you playing around, man. You dragging your voice. You need to come harder. So it's like my family helped me to discover that. So once they started like giving me criticism, I started developing and I started learning my own style. So once I got
Mm,
that flame, it just took
mm,
off from there.
okay. So here you are with not just your style and developing your
Yeah.
music that you embarked on this journey to start making tracks or whatever. Like, what was your pen game like when it came back to that? And then how did you like, okay, let me try to start working on putting this out there to the world?
Ooh, my pen game. To be honest, my pen game came from like me. But then again, I realized the stuff that I was writing wasn't making any sense. If we being honest. So that's so so that's when I started listening to like Babyface and R. Kelly, and I was like, hold on now, they on to something, and they different from a lot of R&B artists. So if we being honest and real, I started biting off of them. But when I went into biting, I started flipping it so you won't recognize that I'm biting off of them. If you get my drift.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, those two people is like the most people I look up to when it comes to their pen game. Cause their pen game is amazing, amazing. So that made me develop my own style and just flip it into my own.
But isn't that like the blueprint for a lot of people anyways when they tap in and just be like, look, I'm a like Michael Jackson did that with Jackie Wilson and James Brown and other people, right? Like let me adapt to their style. Let me do this and then let me flip it and make my own. But isn't that the way it usually works anyways?
Yeah, it is, but I feel like if you learn how to like bite people's style but make it your own, you have a longevity in the music game because you
Hell
won't be
yeah.
sounding like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But you just made it
Right.
your own lane, and your own style. So that's what I'm trying to go with. If I develop my own style, like if I take from them, but
Mm,
make it my own and flip it, like I'm not too much like uh like like a hug. Like when you hug somebody, you hug them tight. But
yeah.
I want to hug loose, where it's like you can't tell. Like, okay, he sound like R. Kelly, but he still got his own style.
Yeah.
So I want to make it hard to people to realize that I'm biting.
Yeah, nah, and it makes sense just because like I always look at it like this because I did a deep dive in your catalog and stuff like that. Like, and one thing I always do, especially with rising artists or people who's just in the know, like I'm just now getting to know your music. I always check for
Yeah.
that though, right? Like there's some people I dealt with that just sounds too much like Beyonce, too much like Michael Jackson, too
Yeah.
much like
Yeah. See.
somebody else, and the whole adaptation
Yeah.
of it is just purely like a ripoff, right? So it
Yeah.
don't come off that way. But your music, you got a little certain energy to you. You don't sound like, you know what I mean? You don't sound like those people
Yeah.
that you look up to.
Yeah.
So when you started tapping in and just like, all right, I adapted this, my style is this. Like, what was your thought process on getting it out to the world? Because I know it's hard, like in general, like a lot of people, especially back in the day, if you don't have a deal, it's hard for you to get out. And then the internet came and
Yeah.
it gave you some exposure. But what was your thought process on just, hey, I got this gift. I'm trying to put it out there.
You know what? That's a real good question to ask because it's very hard. A lot of times people don't want to even give you a chance. So it's like you got to make them listen. Back in the days, you can give out CDs, you can do all that other stuff. But now it's like the opportunity is so slim because everybody want to be an artist.
Hmm.
But it's like it takes a different kind of footwork. So basically, like how you used to be putting up posters and things like that in the streets. Nowadays, it's internet. But when you on the internet, I study that what's going to make you different to catch people attention because people got a short attention span. For at least 5 seconds, you got to give them your best 5 seconds.
Right.
So it's motivation for me. Even though you tell me no, you're not gonna like it, I'm gonna make you like me. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
make you respect me, and I'm gonna make you like me. So that's how I look at it. That's where I'm going with it, just to get your attention. I feel like confidence, but not too much cockiness
Well, I
to
think you
turn
gotta
you off.
have that, and you gotta have a little bit of arrogance too, and you gotta have a little bit
Yeah,
of some extra as far as just, not just a belief in yourself, but a belief in your product. Like, you know what, this is revolutionary. I could be able to get
yeah,
this out here forever, and you're gonna understand it. Some people won't. See, the way I look at it in this, especially in this business, there's like billions of people, billions of songs
yeah.
that's out there
Uh-huh.
and nobody hasn't heard you yet. So the mission is to go try to find whoever's gonna, grab on to your vibe, right? So,
Yeah.
what do you feel like you've adapted to well during this R&B run? Because to me it was a weird transition to, how
Yeah.
80s R&B was to 90s R&B to the new millennium stuff and then
Yeah.
2010, so on and so forth. So how did you adapt to like just the different styles that's out there in terms of R&B itself?
Honestly, I didn't adapt. And only why I say that is because nowadays there's like a new trend of R&B that is still
Mhm.
feeding off the 90s R&B.
True.
So I still feel like people still want that '90s R&B because a lot of people don't notice, but what we hear today is not really singing. All that auto tune and stuff like that. There's too much going on now. So I try to stay in the lane where my music is gravitating to the people that still want that R&B sound. So it's like I'm not really adapting. I'm just staying in that one lane because that's what if you listen to music now, they're sampling a lot of '90s music.
Mm-hmm.
So I still feel like that '90s music is still out there right now. Personally, that's my opinion. So that's how I'm looking at it.
But that's fair. I mean, I feel like a lot of people like sample a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
The transformation of R&B is a little popish, a little bit, but it was always like that back, even in the '90s, even in the '80s or whatever it was. Like, again, I'll reference
yeah,
Michael Jackson. He transitioned that into he took that to pop to whatever it was and made it whatever, right? So it's different now, adapting to what people say. But I think the one thing that I could say about you and your music after listening
yeah.
through and to some of your stuff is there's a lot of
Hmm.
creativity in what you're doing with it. Like, I feel like there's an infinite amount of love
Yeah.
songs you can make. You can never run out of long love songs. You get what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah,
easy to do, and there's so many different ways you could just tell somebody, I love you, I want you, I need you, stuff like that. So the cool thing
yeah,
about your dynamics is it is coming from a good place and you can feel that energy. So does your fan base, the people that reply back to you, oh, I just heard the song and it's nice, do they reference that, or
yeah,
what do they say to you when
yeah.
you get the feedback?
Man, they love it. They leave me comments, they leave me reviews. They tell me they play at their family reunions, they parties. Oh man, I mean, playing the clubs for me. They really trying their best to help me get out there because they really love it, and I love my fans for that. I love their support. Without them, there's no convince, you know. So I love that about them. They even spread the word, like to show me that they support me. Hey, Cavince, I screenshot here. I bought your album. You know, you can tag me in it. They make videos dancing to it and all. So like, I love them, man. I love them, man. It's. I love my fans. I really do.
That's
I
big.
really do.
So,
Yeah,
so with that being said, I know you cater to a lot of stuff. I know you put a lot of love and energy into the things you do, and when you get those kind of replies and responses, like, what is your opinion about like R&B songs, love making songs, stuff that I feel like is, people are trying to like outlaw again. Like people, I mean, it's there, like your stuff's there, but people don't talk about like, what I'm saying? I love you, I need you, I want you, I'm sorry, forgive me. Like they don't have that stuff no more, bro. Like they have them, but
yes.
not popular anymore. Why, man? Why?
You know what it is? I feel like a lot of men are scared to wear their heart on their sleeves. You know, and I truly feel like if we bring that love back, because honestly, if I'm on a date with a female, I'm not gonna play no hip hop music. I'm gonna play some lovey dovey stuff where I can look in your eyes and smile and tell you how beautiful you are. You know, hold your hand while one hand is on the wheel. We just cruising through the streets and just feel my vibe for you. You know, make you feel special, man. That's that's a real hard concept to talk about, man.
But
That's a real.
it's but we went through that. Like we went through that. I mean, to me, the older
Yeah,
you get, the more I feel like you should always stay connected. But even when you're young and going through it, and if you find
yeah,
somebody that you find and that person is your pursuit
yeah,
in terms of like somebody I want to know, pursue, be with,
yeah,
and get stable with, it shouldn't be chaotic. But I know, especially us as guys, we trip over ourselves sometimes where
yeah.
I don't want to be macho anymore and be like, man, I'm a man. I don't have to tell you how I feel about you. Uh-uh. We don't live like that.
But see, you know what? When you listen to my music, a lot of people don't know my music comes from the inspiration of my wife. So when you hear them type of songs like that, it's because of her. That's like because I'm feeling this way. If I'm feeling this way, it's about
Okay.
her. If I'm feeling if you hear my song Angels Calling, it's about my wife. Booty rub is about my wife. Things like that. So it's like that what makes me fall in love again, and I want people to feel what I feel, because at the end of the day, it's real love out here. It's just that it's surrounded by negativity. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
I love that.
So
Hey,
that,
since
yeah,
you mentioned that,
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? A lot of it, shout out to your wife, because that's a source of inspiration for sure. Do
yeah,
you feel
yeah.
like your R&B extension of who you are has been enhanced because of your wife?
Yes, it have. It have. Because back then, I'm not gonna lie to you. I had my heart broken so many times. Used to cry and all this here. so, I started writing a lot of heartbreaks. But when I met my wife, that's when that real love music started coming down. Like, I want to love you. I want to spoil you. Give you flowers just because. Put a in your lunch bag when I bring you lunch. Things like that. So it brought me to a whole nother level.
As it should. I feel like
Yeah.
anybody who adds on to your life like that should be able to be an extension. But I don't think a lot of people really understand the
Hmm.
importance of a spouse
Hmm.
like that. You know what I mean? Like, and it could be the flip side
Yeah.
too. It could be from a male to a female, but also from a female to a male, or whoever. That what's important is really, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she gave you another life, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you was cool doing what you was doing, but she added on. And that add-on is you can never take that back. That's why, a lot of people, and I'm not just saying it because now it's
Yeah.
the day after quote unquote Valentine's Day, that people gotta realize it's just, it runs deeper than just the love piece of it, right? So it's really that
Yeah.
action word, that verb, that whatever, but it's
Hmm.
also like it's not a finality of it, but it's the continuation. Like, I'm sure your wife's gonna be like, man, nah, you need to go back to the lab and redo that,
Yeah.
because
Well, listen, man, I don't mean to cut you off. During like
yeah.
COVID times and stuff like that, she was working from home, and she'll be working in her office, and I have a studio in my house.
Hmm.
So she would literally come in and be like, "Nah, you need to change that. You ain't singing that right. You need to put more soul into it." And she'll go back to work. And then like I noticed if she don't come in the room in my office, that means I'm on to something. But if she come in, oh no, you gotta switch it up. If she don't come in, I gotta hit.
See, and that's
Yeah,
that's that's
yeah,
solid, bro. Like, that goes a long way, man. She probably told you
yeah, it
stuff
does.
about you that you didn't probably want
Yeah,
to hear, but you was probably like, you know what? Let me just take it in.
yeah.
This is where the humility part of not just music
Uh-huh.
but making it kind of comes together, because you could
Yeah.
probably do something right now where it's just like, man, I feel like I did this 100%, and then somebody
Yeah.
else is gonna say, nope. You know what I
Yep,
mean?
that's so true. And she have a lot of, honestly, a lot of people don't know, but she have a lot of say so of the features that I have too.
Hmm.
She 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 not a singer, not a rapper, nothing like that, but she have a big ear for music.
Yeah.
So if somebody doing something wrong on my track and I sound good, she was like, "No, you got to take them off, or tell them to fix this, or do this better, or do that." But you got people like that, and
Hmm.
that's what you need in your corner, because we can't always have a yes man, and then we put that music out there as trash. It don't
I
work like
tell
that.
this I tell this to everybody in all the interviews I've ever done for 18, 19 years is, you can never, to me, having too many yes people is the worst
Uh-huh.
thing ever for anybody really at this point, because that
Yeah.
means you're not a true person trying to really kind of elevate somebody. You just there for the ride, just saying yes, yes, yes all day, every day. And that's not good.
Uh-huh.
Like, my challenge is to challenge other people. Like, this is good,
Yeah.
can you do more?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing for yourself? Like, at the end of the day. So no, it makes perfect sense.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
how are you doing in handling marketing in this digital age, and this age of, like you mentioned earlier, like, there's so many different people doing so many different things. It's
Uh-huh.
a lot of traffic in business and music and a lot of other stuff. So how are you navigating life marketing your brand?
Basically just like studying and learning a lot from social media. I had to just put the music down for a second,
Mhm.
because you can't trust nobody too much. Everybody got their hand in the pot, and there's a lot of crabs in the bucket.
For
So
sure.
the best day you can do is just take time out and learn something different. So what I did, I put my music on hold and picked up a book on marketing, what I need to do, what I need to spend, and how to make myself expand and reach different what's it called, algorithms, something like that, algorithms
Hmm.
like that, and I learned how to adjust. If you sound like somebody, you got to tag that person, because what's going to end up happening, I hate to give out the diamonds, but when they search for that person, for Babyface, for example, I when I upload my music, I sound familiar like Babyface, Jenna Levert, R. Kelly. So when people Google that search, usually I will pop up, and they will wonder like, who is this? So they click on it, and once they hear it, that's how you gain your fan base.
Damn.
Can't give too much diamonds out there.
Nah, drop that mic like that. Leave it right there. Those who want to know the real game could go find it themselves, or they can go follow you on social media and see how you get down. But now I respect that, because you have to be a
Yeah,
student of the game in order for you to advance, and especially go as far as you want to go. Because I always feel like, you
yeah,
know what, you got a bunch of stuff out there and you're active, but you know what, you still striving for more. There's still more that you
yes,
want to accomplish.
yes,
So with that
yes,
being said, you had a project out, Mr. R&B, which is your latest one,
yes,
right? Your latest.
yes.
I mean, well, congratulations on that though. But
Thank you,
deeper
thank
than
you.
that, deeper than that though, like what was the process in making that whole thing come to life?
Well, the process is basically putting all my emotions, what I'm going through, the bad, the good, and bring it to life. This is something personal. And when I say Mr. R&B is just basically because R&B is not the same no more. So I'm trying to do something different where I can gravitate and pull people in. So this album here is really, really, really special. Really special.
Um, and it's available now. People go stream it. You can give out your social media stuff, right? In a sec. But I think what's cool about not just Mr. R&B, but
Yeah.
just the processing in general. Like I think and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think
Yeah.
once you put it to bed and you re-listen to and you run back,
Uh-huh.
certain
Yeah.
songs or all of it, like throughout the course of like days before you upload it and put it into the world for all of us to hear, I'm sure you
Yeah.
step back and you were like, you know what, they're pretty good, man. I did all right.
Yeah.
I
And
did all
you
right.
know what? You right, because I did everything on my own. I designed the cover. I recorded myself. I done mixed and mastered. I done got other artists' vocals on there mixed and mastered by me. So this whole Mr. R&B album was by me. It's personal, because my other past albums, I was chasing people. I was asking where my music at, help me out. Nobody want to help me out. Everybody was just doing their own thing and just bring me in when they feel like it. So this album here is personal. It's really personal.
We
You
talked
gonna
about
love
that. We talked about that briefly, because I think you're 100%. Like if you learn how to do things on your own and waiting, I
it.
don't know, bro. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I used to do
Man,
it, but I can't do it. I can't do it
man.
no more, because to me, it's not just being impatient, because I think you have to have a level of that. I
Uh-huh.
think it's really time, like time
Yeah.
management. If don't waste
Yes.
your time if you can't deliver on a deadline or whatever, because it tends to look a little weird to me, and it feels weird, and I don't want that energy to infiltrate
Yeah.
my energy, because to me, when you mix that up, it
Man.
becomes a problem, right? So I just think that's cool that you began to become a study of what you needed to do to
Yeah.
get your own stuff out there. So respect for that.
Man, I've been through a lot, man. I even managers I had back in the days, like I know you remember the famous actress Pam Grier.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember the Yeah, I was talking to her husband. Her husband wanted to buy all four of my songs for 100,000 a piece. I mean, that was 400,000 in my pocket, but my manager was like, "No, I believe in you and this and that. Keep your music." But I'm telling him, like, I can write more. This ain't gonna stop here. Let's just take this money, build something off of it, and let's just go and do our thing. No, I missed that opportunity.
Damn.
I have $1 million contracts. I mean, $1 million. I have. so many contracts. I mean, from different record labels. I mean, 2 million, 500,000, 3 million. I mean, it goes on and on. I literally had so many contracts, but I didn't accept it because they wanted to own Cavince. They didn't care about the masters. They cared about the name. Ran with that, I would probably end up being broke later on down the road. Because once you own my name, I can't do nothing.
Well, let me ask you about that anyways, because I feel like with musicians out there, your peers and the people that was either before you, during you,
Uh-huh.
and maybe after you might run into like situations of life-changing events because we've heard stories, especially the one recently where Britney Spears sold her catalog to, another company or whatever, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, when you hear about stuff like that, or when you
Uh-huh.
hear about Salt and Pepper after 30 years, they couldn't own the rights to their music because technically somebody else owns it. Herbie Lovebug owns their music, the music that they, put a lot of work
Wow.
into. When you
I
hear
didn't know
stuff
that
like
about
that,
TLC. Yeah.
yeah, well,
Wow.
Salt and Pepper, Salt and Pepper had like, when they did a deal under somebody else's management. It's just weird, right? Like the music you
Yeah.
put in can't be yours at the end of the day, which is wild to
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
But
Yes.
when you hear about stuff like that, and you hear about how, because let's just keep it a buck. There's snakes in this
Yeah.
industry just like it is in
Yes, it
every other
is.
industry as well. Like when you hear about
Yes.
stuff, Britney Spears was the one that blew me away because to me, she has kids. So that means legacy. That means like, keep it in your name, pass that on to your kids. That would be my
Yeah,
thing.
man.
But why do you think that people
Yeah.
just kind of like, you know what, fuck it. Let me just sell the catalog and just let it be.
A lot of times, for me as an independent artist, what I see for independent artists, a lot of times they be so hungry that they don't care about the contract. They just desperate because they probably their family going through something or they need money right now. So it's like they're not thinking long term. They're thinking short term.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I don't know how the famous artists would react, but me personally, because there was times where like I'm just got tired of seeing my family struggle. I'm like, forget it, man. If it's a 360, it's a 360. I just take whatever comes. But at the end of the day, when I think like that, God turned around and make something else happen
Yeah.
for me. So that taught me like, no, don't never rush. You never know what's behind the next closed door. So that's how I look at it. You can't. Don't be desperate.
I
Don't be desperate. Still believe in
And I
yourself.
think because we know what the history told us based on, you go back generations, and I'm talking about you going back, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, the Supremes. You go back to even the Jacksons back in the day, like their fight with Motown before they left there to go to Epic. You know the
Yeah,
story of a lot of different stories through a lot of different generations. This is the same
yeah,
thing, but
yeah,
modernized, right? Like, it's just a little different
yeah,
to the point where at the end of the day, still, I need to own my stuff because you just never, the long game convince to me works better now because
yeah.
you have a lot to lose. Like trying to get a quick buck these days, you can get
It's
that
not worth it.
100 racks now, but it'll be
Yeah,
gone in like 5 seconds, bro. Like it'll be gone like quickly. So,
you gonna have
you know what?
cousins. You
Yeah,
gonna
let
have
me just
cousins
hold
you ain't
off on
never seen before.
that. And to me, I think it gets to the point where I think, especially now, keeping everything owned by you is gonna be important. Like, or
Yeah,
even if you own it, and yeah, you can have a little piece, but here's another deal that I feel like we need to have at the end of the day that's gonna be beneficial to both. It's better that way. And I think
yeah,
navigating through this business, especially when it comes to that. Now, you gave people a little bit of game about just how to market yourself and stuff like that. So
yeah.
let us know a little bit about just the radio impact that your music that can have if you do it right, if you get it out there right to the right
Uh-huh.
people.
Yeah,
What does that look
yeah.
like for you?
That- Honestly, I just feel like if you just like you said, basically, if you do everything the right way,
Yeah.
people won't take. Honestly, 50% of the time people won't take advantage of you. But if you have a hit song and you believe in that song, just push it yourself. Eventually, the DJs in the streets gonna pick it up. Eventually, the radio station's gonna pick it up where you don't have to spend thousands of dollars. So the little money that you have, $20 here and there, put that on Facebook. Do Facebook ads. You know, reach out to different states. You know, Instagram, TikTok. Money into that, and I guarantee you, people gonna pick it up. The song that I sent to you, "Let It Go." I did that on my own. Now, "Let It Go," I'm gonna give you diamonds on this too. I only put $10 on TikTok, and it was supposed to reach 500 to 1,000 people. In one freaking day, that song went over 30,000 views off of $10.
Mm-hmm.
Off $10. And what happened is it's starting to pick up in different states. So the biggest thing is consistency. Spend your last if you have to. Trust me, it's going to be worth it at the end. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
I heard stories about certain celebrities who became celebrities that literally, you know, took a bus ride and spent their last on just coming out to LA and trying to figure out where they live or where they can live in order for them to be able to get an audition, nail an audition, move audition and move forward. Like you always hear people like making sacrifices, you know, someone who bought their last little bit, devoided of their rent money so they can pay for this camera so they can be able to go to jobs or whatever, right? So you hear stories like that, and it should also be inspirational. It shouldn't be negative. It should just be like, you know what, that's sacrifice because you have a long game. You have the long game to be able to knock down. You know what I mean? So it's different. It's different in so many different cases. So you have Mr. R&B out. You have, to me, what I feel like is the beginning of a journey for you in terms of like how you going. Only reason why I brought up the radio thing is because I think ad placements for artists is huge now. Like trying to get ad deals.
Yeah, it is. It is. Like it is $10.
I mean, $10 ad deals, but also on top of that though, like ad deals on top of like future commercials for ad placements, like for your music, right? Like those things can go a long way with exposure. So if you was to like sum up, and this is probably a random weird question, but if you was to sum up your music journey with probably like a product or an ad that you could be like, you know what, my music could be a nice soundtrack for that product, what would that be? Or what product would that be?
Listen, I have a song that you didn't hear. And if we talk about products, my song called My Swag would be perfect for any soda commercial or any video game. Any video game or any soda commercial. And all you hear is like it's in the background. I said, but eat. That's all, folks. My swag. Polo in, polo. I got some for every little thing. But yeah, it would be sodas and video games.
Yeah, I like that. You putting that stamp out there, letting people know, like, yo, look at me a little deeper because I might have something that might be able to hit you over the head. Where it's just like somebody has to make that call or send that email and say, yo, I like this. I think we need to go forward. And that is the reason why radio needs to be important to you and your brand and how you do things, because the more people listen to you or hear your voice, the better off you're going to be in terms of what a business might look for. Like, you know what, I could use him on this or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So no, that's cool.
Man.
What about visuals, like videos, like, you know, stuff like that? Anything dropping new from the products or whatnot that you got?
Oh yeah, it's coming. It's coming soon. Shout out to my boy Juliano down in Miami. He been shooting all my videos that you see on YouTube, man. That's like that's my Spanish brother right there. You know, so like I appreciate him, man. We've been like a team, so I will be hitting him up soon, and we'll be shooting some videos together real soon.
That's big.
I got something.
What about any other future plans from you as far as what you got going on? What's on deck for you?
Ooh, right now, the main thing right now, I'm working with my boy. Shout out to Robert, all the way in NYC. One time for Robert. Right now, we've been working on some stuff together. So hopefully, more podcasts, more radios, more shows coming soon. More open up for famous artists again. I got to get back into doing that too, because I used to open up for Monica, Drew Hill, Mathron, Freddie Jackson, Next, Public Announcement, Sammy, Bobby Valentino, the list go on and on. So I will,
So
yeah,
you stole the thunder on my question I was gonna ask you because it was leading up to that. Because I feel like, but check it out though, Cavince. I feel like a lot of people don't understand the importance of opening up for acts. It's not just, yeah, the headliner is something you're gonna wind up doing in your lifetime easily. That's not a problem. But
yeah,
opening up
yeah,
for artists is just as important. Can you tell people the impact that you can have when you do a good opening set to start a
yeah,
show? Can you tell people
yeah.
the importance of it?
If you have a good opening act, number one thing is be prepared. Perform first, make sure the crowd love you, and give something to the crowd. A lot of people, when they open up for famous artists, they expect to sell merch. Don't sell your merch. People don't know you like that. So when
Hmm.
you on that stage, give it your all, and then start meeting people. Hey, check me out. Get this away free. Get this away for free. For free. A T-shirt for free. I mean, give things away. Don't. Hey, hey, purchase this. Support me. No, they don't know you. So kill that stage and give stuff out. Grow on people first before you start asking for money and purchasing your product. You
Yeah,
gotta do it. You
yeah.
gotta do it.
I think the
That,
opener sets the tone for the evening. Like it really does.
yeah.
And you have an artist
It's
who comes in, like there's certain energy. Like it's just as important as the closing act, as the headliner.
yes.
The opening act has to be a tone setter because if you come in a dud,
Yeah.
it's just gonna be a whole buzzkill the rest of the way, unless you know what I mean. Like it will be. Like let's just be true, people. Like if you don't come with thunder to set the tone for what you
Yeah.
do,
Yeah.
the rest is just kind of like, man, it's just. But does it correct me if I'm wrong, Vince? Does it matriculates down? If your energy is leveled up, the next person is gonna have to step their game up
You
too,
gonna have to
right?
step it up.
Have
Yep.
to. You have to.
Listen, man. I'm not cocky. I'm very humble. But if we open it up for a lot of people and you coming on after me, I'm gonna put on a hell of a show. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give it my all because I look at it as if you go on first and the crowd don't like you, that's taking food from my mouth. Cause people gonna walk around and do other things. They ain't gonna want to watch me or nothing like that. So if I come on first, I'm setting the tone. I'm setting the tone to make people stay here. So you got to do the same damn thing for me.
You have
Cause I'm about to
to.
work harder. You know what I'm saying?
You have to, because if you can't do it, it's just not good. It's just weird, man. Like I mean, but that
Yeah,
that's not even pressure as an artist, and you know this. It's just a
yeah,
vibe. You just go, but I feel like if you got the catalog and you got the energy, you can't be stopped anyway. So you know,
yeah.
you gotta
I
have
ain't
it.
gonna lie now. I ain't gonna lie. I still get butterflies now, cause when I be opening up for the artists, I be like breathing hard, hyperventilating. Like, man, I hope they like it. I hope they like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But it be shocking because after I go up, I'm like, wow, these crowd is really into me. I got something. I really got something. So that made me push harder. That made me push harder.
Man, that's good though. That's good though. But see, that's a challenge that you've accepted and that you came to it. So that's super good. So I love when people have confidence in what they do. Has there ever been a situation where you were hit with like a bunch of challenges trying to get through this? Because you just made the situation clear, especially when it comes to music.
Yeah,
Like if you're trying to get something done,
yeah.
all right, fine. I'm not gonna wait for everybody. I'm just gonna learn it, do it myself. Have you faced any other challenges to be able to continue on this legacy you're building with your music?
Man, listen. One thing I learned too, designing flyers. If you don't have no eye-catching product, That's another thing that can be a downfall to a lot of careers too. Because what I noticed, if your fly ain't looking right, people will look at it and be like, "What is this?" and throw it on the ground. I seen a lot of stuff like that. So there were times where I had to sit there late nights on my computer and learn how to design and put things together. Because situations where you got bills and you got rent, people charge almost $200 to make flyers.
Yep.
So I told myself, look, I can't afford it right now. I got to sit down and learn this thing, even though I don't want to. I have to sit down and learn it, and that's one obstacle that I overcame. So now you're looking at convince the singer, convince the songwriter, convince the engineer, and convince the designer.
Look, this man got. I told him he got like 500 jobs. Like that man's got a lot of stuff attached to his stuff. Like he's got it. And to me, I think you need to have that because
Yeah,
just like we mentioned, to me, I think it's
yeah,
important. Like, I was working on something, and I was working with somebody recently, and we were kind of like going over like doing some flyer work, right? So I was like,
uh-huh,
"Oh, let's just send it to somebody else because sometimes I like my work, and I told you this.
yeah,
I like my
yeah.
work,
You
but
told me,
sometimes
yeah,
I want to go look at see what somebody else comes up with, right? So
uh-huh,
they do
yeah,
it, and it's just like what? Let me go back to start doing it myself. No hate or shade on what they do, but I'm just saying sometimes your vision might pop. But have you ever ran into a situation where you're like you're overthinking it? Because sometimes I do that too.
yes, yes. There's times where, like, when I'm designing, I'm doing too much, and my wife will
Hmm.
let me know you're doing too much. You're overthinking it. Just let it flow out, or come back to it later. Put something together now. Just come back to later. Give your mind a relax. Because sometimes when you be so tuned in, you want to do this, you want to do that, things
Right,
start falling apart. So
right.
sometimes you gotta learn how to sit back and chill. Like, all right, you know what? I had enough today. I'll get back to that tomorrow.
Yeah. No, that
You,
it makes
have
perfect
to.
sense because sometimes you got you got to let me sit this out, bro. Let me do it just because I feel like I need to because you start disciplining yourself, like, and I think that's
Yeah,
important at the end of the day. So, with
yeah,
everything you got going
yeah.
on, how's social media working for you though? Gram,
Oh,
the this, the that, like, how's it working for you?
man, it's working wonderful, man. It's Facebook is one of my biggest spots because I get a lot of support from there.
Okay.
And now my TikTok's starting to grow now. I'm starting to get a lot more support. I had to get back into Instagram because somebody hacked my page. I had a lot of followers, but they
Mm-hmm.
had my page and said, send me $60 if you want your page back. I'm like, say you $60 so you can hack it again. So it's
Right.
like,
Right.
you, so
See,
my
a lot of
Instagram is slowly pulling back up.
Yeah, and let me say this because a lot of people, because I have somebody hit me up, and your situation, man, I had like 13, 14,000 followers on my gram, and I just deleted it, bro, just because I felt like it wasn't,
Yeah,
I didn't need it at the time. You know what I'm saying? Let me just go focus on
yeah,
something else. So then I brought it back for different reasons or whatever, and it's it is what it is. But put it like
yeah.
this. Put it like this. I don't care about the followers. I just care about
Uh-huh.
organic hits. Whoever
Organic.
is giving me energy, I would
Uh-huh.
rather take if I have 100,000 followers and I only have
Yeah,
20,000 like real content diehard people who will like support my stuff. I'll take that because everybody else
yeah,
fine. So I would scale down my whole thing so I can be able to have organic hits. And to me, I think that's way more important than just the look of it. Because somebody was like,
yeah. The
"Oh,
look
you
of it.
you don't
Yeah,
have you don't have like 10,000." I don't care. Go look at all my other
yeah,
stuff that
yeah,
I do. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like my radio station has millions of listeners, and my Instagram,
See,
TikTok, or not
yeah,
TikTok, but my YouTube page has 36,000. You know what I mean? Like it's
see,
different. Like
yeah,
you don't
yeah,
go
yeah,
never judge a book by its
yeah.
cover.
Devil,
Period.
yeah,
Because if you do
yeah,
that, you're gonna hurt yourself later when you realize that, oh, you know what? Cavince do have good
yeah,
music. Or
yeah,
oh, he did go on tour and open up for Monica.
yeah,
And you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like people don't
yeah,
understand the story until they understand the story. That's why it's good to talk to you, bro.
yeah, yeah, man. I appreciate it, man. They gonna learn my story because I have a story to tell. I mean, I gave blood just to make it to my shows. I sold my bed just to sell a pack of CDs. I got so much story. I mean, me and my mama slept on South Beach. I was number 747 auditioning for American Idol. Me and my mama sleeping right on the beach together. I got a story to tell, man. If only
Wow.
people knew my story and why I'm so passionate about singing, like, and to see people just play my music for me, it's touching because it's a grind that people don't know. I mean, crying because people turn me down. I'm dropping to my knees, asking God why. I want people to feel the passion behind my music. Like, give me the opportunity, and I promise you will fall in love. I take this serious. I take it serious. So I got a story.
And the story is continuing, and it's going to be
Uh-huh.
ongoing. Like, there's layers to like your
Yeah.
life and your evolution when it comes to that. So, give credit where credit's due. And I know this for sure. Like, you got a
Yeah.
brand, just I always tell people, you got a brand that you would live for and a brand that you will die for at the same time. So, I
Yeah.
think
You
that's
have to.
important.
And I like to tell people this too. Get you somebody that's going to support your dreams. Your spouse can push you in ways that you can't even reach. A lot of people don't know this. I don't talk about this, but me and my wife came down all the way from South Carolina to Miami for me to perform, spend all that money on gas and to get back to South Carolina. But before my show, we slept in the car together. After I finished performing, we head home. So your spouse plays a big point in your life, man. If you ain't got that person that supports you and believe in you, you wasting your time because it's gonna be a lot of arguments. It's gonna be a lot of that. So if you want this music game, make sure that your spouse, whoever you with, believes in the same dream as you, or it's gonna be problems in the long run. So just
Mhm.
gotta throw that out there.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, I'm gonna hit you with a
Yeah,
couple of questions, bro, because I think that's important, especially that and how easily it's gonna tie into this. Because like I said, I mentioned earlier, yesterday's
yeah,
Valentine's Day. It's just a day on a calendar, but I think a lot of people got to remember the impact that you can be able to have on somebody, year in and year out,
yeah.
every day, all day. So, do you believe in Valentine's Day, meaning a date on a calendar that you got to do XYZ, or do you pour into that mission every single damn day?
Listen, man, I pour into it every single damn day. You know why? Because tomorrow was never promised.
Yep.
So if God was to call me home today, this hour, you know that I love you fully to the bottom of my heart. I haven't did anything, no lying or nothing. You know that I love you. I want to love you today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I mean, every day, because our time is not here forever. So I treat Valentine's Day every day. You gonna know that I love you, even if it's a phone call.
Facts. I think a lot of people miss that, bro, because it is a date on a calendar, and everybody's scrambling to go get. It's so driven by it's so controlling, I guess I should say, when it comes to certain things like that. But I think the freer your mind is, the more it's just like, oh, I realize that's on the calendar. Do I want to do something? Fine, I'll do something. I'll do something different. I'll do something different so it's not just scripted, right? Like, and I just
Yeah,
think that's the most important thing you could bring to your significant other, that you can bring
yeah,
something to the table instead of being programmed to believe that, oh, February 14th is that day. Like, when I was, because I'm not in one now, but when I was in a relationship, I used to just do something on the 13th,
yeah,
and even before that, to just be like, you know what, and that day is just like, you'll get it, but you got it in,
yeah,
you got
yeah,
all them other days prior to that day, so you already know what time it is. And I think that's just
yeah.
important, bro, to be able to just display, like, you know what, yeah, just like Christmas and things, all these different things, I'll still flip
Uh huh.
it and do something where I'm gonna give thanks before Thanksgiving, or I'm gonna give you something like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna do it that way. When I was in a relationship, like I said, I'm not in one now, so I'm just saying, ladies, anybody, I'm not putting myself out there like that. But if I ever jump into one, you got to get used to that energy, because I try to do it that way because I believe in what it means. I get it. The 14th is a
Yeah.
constant.
Yeah.
but
But it should be every
you're gonna get
day.
poured into before that day and after that day and during that day as well. You know what I mean? So that's
Yeah,
just how it
I'm
is.
used to it. Every time I get off of work, I do something called just because. Usually, I'll stop by a store, might go to Michael Kors or buy some roses. You know what I'm saying, to bring something home. So Valentine's Day for me is like every
Period.
day.
Hey, you should come up with like you should come up with a dope ass like song called Before Valentine's Day and let that be like, you know what I'm saying, that thing. And
Call it love you every day. I know every day. I would call it every day. Hey, you know what?
yeah, or just like
I
I
will.
said, like Before Valentine's Day, like that song right there. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Because people, man,
yeah.
oh, commence. I listen. I'm gonna
Ah,
need you to get
ooh,
on that though, bro. I'm gonna need you to get on that
ooh, hey, yeah. Hey,
because
listen,
if
I got
you
my
gotta
own. Look, I
listen,
got my own studio.
listen, if you
Go-
got a song called Before Valentine's Day, you
yeah.
know what's gonna happen before Valentine's Day. Everybody gonna listen to that song before
Ooh,
Valentine's Day. Come on, man. Come
ooh,
on,
yeah. I got
man.
to clap on that too, dog.
Let's
I
do
got
it.
to clap on that too. Ooh, yeah. I like that. Hey, well, you came up with some.
Let's do it.
Oh, I like that. I like
See,
that.
and
I like that.
we got this as a timestamp right here. So we're about to claim that because you don't hear nobody coming with a song before
Yeah,
Valentine's Day, the song. You
yeah.
know what I mean? You got, you
You're
know what I
right.
mean?
You're right.
I'm just saying.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Come on,
I
man.
like that.
Come
I like
on,
that.
bro. Come on,
I like
bro.
that. I like that.
Before we shut it down, can you tell the people where to find you on social media, man?
Oh, okay. I got you. Oh, one more thing I forgot to tell you.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a song drop on Valentine's Day yesterday called "One
Word.
More Chance" featuring my boy, my dog in Miami, Versatile Slim. Shout out to
Ah,
Versatile Slim. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got.
my
It's called "One
apologies
More
for missing
Chance."
that, bro. I didn't catch that on the alert, bro. I didn't catch it. I gotta go grab it and see what it looked like, what it sound like. That's what it
Yeah, I
is.
went on a date night. I went on a date night last night, and I looked at my phone. I was like, "Oh shoot, One More Chance drop." So, "One More
Love,
Chance" is out right now, featuring my boy Versatile Slim, man.
love
But
it.
besides that, you can follow me on Facebook, KAVINCEYOU. That's Facebook. Instagram, same thing, KAVINCEYOU. TikTok, if I remember right, I'm sorry, y'all. KAVINCE, and I think it's a dot, if I remember that.
Yeah, it is. And y'all, because I did my homework on this guy. Google
Yeah.
that man. That man's
Yeah.
he's got some stuff. If you Google convince you, and speaking of, how did you come up with convince you as as your R&B title, your name? How'd you get that?
Every time I want something and I'm trying to prove myself, convince me that you want it.
Ooh,
Convince me why I should give you this shot.
wow.
Convince me that yeah, like, I say, you know what? I'm tired of hearing people say convince. So you know what? Hold on. Let me take out the CO and put a KA to make it look
Mm,
different. You know what I'm saying? Make
mm.
it stand out. And ever since then, just ran with it. So ever since then, convince. That's all you
Yeah,
hear now, convince.
I think that's marketable
Yeah,
and genius, and that's dope. That's dope, bro. So you know
yeah,
what I'm saying that's what it
yeah.
is.
You got
So,
to convince people to give you a shot.
for real. For real. Hey, when it's all said and done, bro, like, the Convince You brand is gonna be one that everybody's gonna be convinced at the end of the day. So, you know what I'm saying? That's dope.
Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah,
Hey
yeah,
man,
yeah,
give out some more shout outs, man. I know you shouted out wife. We talked about her and everybody else. Give
yeah,
out anybody
yeah.
that comes to your mind, bro.
Got you, man. Shout out to my like I said, shout out to Robert. You know what I'm saying? Up in NYC. Shout out to my boy Joe that's probably watching right now. You know what I'm saying? One time for South Carolina. All my people in South Carolina, all my people in Georgia, all my people in Miami, Florida. My wife, my nephew probably watching right now. Shout out to my boy, nephew Jeremiah. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to my family. Um, And one time for my fans, man, I love y'all and forgive me out. I'm sorry. You know, there's so many of y'all. That's why I hate giving shout out because you gotta shout out everybody, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want
That's
to
why I
leave
like
nobody
putting people, that's why I like putting people on the
yeah.
spot. Just shout out whoever, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Anybody that comes to mind. Get the
Yeah,
wheels turning.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And lastly, if you had to choose a decade of music, like you go back as far as you can go back, pick a decade of any genre, it doesn't matter. Like I'm talking about the combined decade that is your favorite decade. What would that be?
90s.
Why?
R. Kelly.
Okay.
Because it was like that. I'm in love with the baby making music. you know, go grab some roll fellas, freaking the roll fellas on the bed
A lot of
and
that
light some candles, you know what I'm saying? She might drink, I might drink. Or if she don't drink, I'll probably pour me some orange juice.
there you go. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
you know, like,
There's
yeah.
a lot of baby making music from groups too. You know what I mean? Not
Yes,
just
90s, what? That,
yeah, 90s.
my love, do you ever, you know? Yeah.
I feel you, bro. Yeah, 90s was a decade of really like
Yeah.
expanding our culture. Everybody was winning. You had the groups, you had the solo acts, you had everybody like contributing, and everybody didn't sound the same either, right? TLC didn't sound
Yeah,
like
man.
didn't sound like Monica. Monica didn't sound like Brandy. Brandy didn't sound like Maya. Maya didn't sound like, what I'm saying? You go on and on and on, right? So yeah, it was
Yeah.
definitely a win-win on a lot of levels, bro. So yeah,
Man.
yeah, let's
Can
bring that
we
energy back.
talk for a minute?
For a minute. It's for real, man. It's for real. Hey, Tevin was winning
Yeah,
back
but
then, man. That I'm ready, Joe.
yeah, man.
That
Oh, and
was it,
what
bro.
R. Kelly and Mr. Biggs, everybody was creeping.
No doubt, no
You
doubt.
know?
Yeah, man. It got real cinematic when you had them moments on there too,
Yeah.
like Mr. Yeah, for sure, bro. But listen, man. Hey, man, I want to see you continue with your success, man. You'll get your support here on Next Legacy, the radio station, and everything else that comes with it.
Yeah.
I'm proud. I'm proud of what you are developing thus far, and I know I ain't seen the best of yet because I know there's more from you that's on top of it. So everything you got going on is great, and I'm
Yeah.
proud of
Thank
you.
you,
But
man. Thank you, man.
you got greater genes in you, bro. You about to explode. Like there's more from you, and it's
Man,
exciting to
appreciate
see.
that,
And
man.
don't forget, my man and we are quitting before
Okay.
Valentine. That will be done soon. It'll probably
Uh-huh.
be done
Okay.
before next Valentine's Day. It'll be ready for that. But just letting y'all know we gonna get it in.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's important for us to be able to put it down like that. But you convinced, man. I'm convinced already. I was from day one. So
Appreciate you, dog.
just keep
Appreciate you, dog.
keep grinding, keep doing your thing, man. I'm proud of you, bro.
Trust me, man. I'm gonna keep continue spending them $5 and little $10 every time.
Yeah.
By the time we hit the summertime, I'm gonna be at 1 million views by the summertime.
Hey man, even before that, and you got a level like me. There's a bunch of different ways I'm gonna show you how to use what needs to be done. So our partnership is still
Yeah.
ongoing. So I got some game for you, bro. Got some game for you.
Okay. Okay. And I gotta say something too, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I got a lot going on, but if you watching this and you know how to manage artists, I need a manager because I've been booking my own shows, reaching out to my people on my own. So I just rather focus on being an artist, a designer, music engineer, all that at once because I know how I want my music mixed and mastered. But if you can take the load out off of me to reach the people and get me shows, let's work, let's team up 5% of whatever I make. So let's do that. If you watching.
Yeah, like a real manager,
Yeah.
not somebody
Yeah, real
pretending to be.
manager, yeah. Yeah, yeah, man. I don't want yeah, man. I'm still
We don't need
doing damn work my damn self.
a
No, man.
we don't
No.
need a we don't need a team manager. Like we don't need one of them. We need like a
I'm
real
not
one.
sexist. I'm not sexist, but I would love to have a female manager because listen, A lot of men don't realize women can move in ways a man can't.
Amen.
You ever watch the movie Hustle and Flow?
Amen.
Yeah.
For a lot of reasons, you know. Hey,
Yeah.
woman is real, bro. Like it is. So
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
A woman can move ways and make a man listen. Like, hey, check him out. The intellect, strong minded.
Yeah.
But if you're a man, I'll work with you too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing that out there.
I mean, preference is preference, but also what's real is
Yeah.
what's real too, right? So, you know, but that
Yeah.
man has to be dominant in what they do, and they have to be ready to go.
Yeah.
A woman, same thing, but you know, like you said, a
Yeah.
woman is different. Her move is different. Her energy is
Yeah.
different when she's negotiating. That's why a strong businesswoman is
Uh-huh.
it's you know, I'm lethal in a good way. Like, you know what I mean? Like hands
Yeah.
down, especially if she's about her business, it's just a beautiful thing to see. So 100%, man. I
Yeah.
got you, man. So yeah, hey, if y'all out there,
Yeah.
make it
Yeah.
work for my guy. You know what I mean? So make that
I
work.
promise you. I promise you, we're gonna make some noise. We're
There
gonna
it
make
is.
some noise.
There it is. Vince, man, thanks for the hit. Make sure y'all follow this man on his social media platform. Google him though, because to me,
Yes.
finding him that way, you could be able to see all that man's stuff, his catalog,
Yes.
his music, his this, his that, and keep leveling up, bro. I'm proud of you, man.
Appreciate it, man. Salute, man. And shout out to my boy Robert for making this happen, man.
Shout out to Rod. Shout out to Rod. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you.
All right, you got it, man. That's my guy, Cavince. Make sure y'all go ahead and check out all things Next Legacy. I appreciate all the people that has tuned in and will continue to tune in. So subscribe, hit the notifications, and I'll see you on the next hit, y'all.